Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today we have a beer that was sent to me from Steve in BC. So thank you much, Steve, for this beer. Thank you very much for this beer. This is from the Advent calendar that was put out by Central City in Parallel 49. This is the Get Off Maibock. Get it? Get off my back. Get off my back. Which is 5% alcohol by volume. This was day 12. Day 12. 5% alcohol. I think that's the lowest ABV Maibock I've ever really had. But most Maibocks I've ever had have been macro Maibocks like Holston and like Daub and stuff. All things I haven't been a big fan of. I don't mind, you know, your odd Doppelbock or your odd Bock itself, but Festbocks and Maibock. Yeah, the camera just saw that. Yeah. My underwear are now covered in beer. Whatever. Let's just do this. It's a new shirt too. I just put the shirt on. I've worn it for an hour at the most. It's my first beer of the night. Nice looking beer. A little bit of haze. Nice golden color. Bright white head. Little tiny snap crackle pop. Smell. It's got that like neutral graininess that a lot of actual German import beers, well, German exports I should say, smell like. That same graininess that like Holston has, that same graininess that that Daub has, that same graininess that just the big export brands. I'm not talking like Weihenstephaner or Hacker Pit or Hacker or Polliner or any of that. Just those big brands that you find at the beer store and everything. That type of just grainy smell. Let's try it. Cheers. Sweet caramel. Sweet caramel and a slight cut grassiness, like cut grass hoppiness, and then slight caramel forefront. There's really nothing to this. If your friends only like big brand Maibocks, if they've only ever drank like if their German beer is their quota is Holston and Daub and like HAB Hob, yeah, Hob. What is that? Henninger, I think it's called Henninger Lager. There's just so many of them out there. I can't even think of all their names anymore. But if their average German beer is the big export beers that come from Germany, they'll love this, and they won't have a problem with it. I mean, it reminds me of a big macro beer, and to have this, that would be my only problem, right? It's great that Steve sent all these to me. I'm amazed that he did. And I'm very, very appreciative of it. I don't want it to sound like I'm not, because I am very appreciative of getting the beers. That being said, a lot of the beers, not all of them, but a lot of the beers that were in this Advent calendar seemed like they being the brewers just rushed through something just to be able to say it's a one-off that we don't normally make and throw it in the pack. I mean, the s'more stout was an amazing concept, but where was the s'more? There's just a lot of them. The fur IPA, why? You know, like, just a lot of things that I don't think were thought of as what can we do to make a good beer. It was just, we need to make 12 beers and put them in this. 12 one-offs. We need 12 one-offs in this pack. What can we do? And it seems like that's what they did. Which is sad. I mean, to go back to this beer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this beer. It just doesn't seem like they tried all that much. Now, if they were trying to make a Daub or Holston Maibock clone, you kind of got it right. I mean, and it doesn't taste low end like theirs does, but at the same time, it doesn't taste good. I mean, it tastes just like any other Maibock I've had thus far, and I've only had like budget brand Maibocks. So for it to taste like that isn't a good thing. So at the most, I can give this a 5.5 out of 10. There is nothing wrong with it. It's just not my shtick. It's not my style, and that's just the way it is. Some people will love it. I don't, and I do appreciate getting the chance to try it, and I do enjoy a lot of Parallel 49 brews. So thank you for giving me the chance to try this one, Steve. Oh wait, this is Central City, isn't it? Yeah, I do enjoy a lot of Central City brews too. I just said Parallel 49 because most of the really interesting ones I got in that pack were Parallel 49. So Central City's Get Off My Bock, 5.5 out of 10. Central City's still a great brewery, worth trying any chance you get. You might like this. I didn't. I'm gonna go drink the rest of this as I watch Turbo Kid for the second time in 2 days. Can I reach the camera? Oh.